Garden Warfare. Let's talk about it.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
If you never heard of Garden Warfare, you probably heard of its predecessor, Plants vs. Zombies. And if you never heard of that, what the fuck? In Garden Warfare, you're either a plant or a zombie. Stupid! But like I said last time, that's in simple terms. And here at my office, I try to explain the entire thing. So let's start where we begin. I gotta get this stupid shit down. I gotta go. Garden Warfare was made by PopCap Games and EA. PopCap being popular for Plants vs. Zombies and EA being popular for... Holy shit, I'm not naming all of that. Game development began in 2012 with the game's main purpose being to open the view to other audiences. They took the way the game looks and plays from other team-based games like Team Fortress 2.
Oh, what, you're live on Twitch?
The game was revealed in 2013 and later came out in February of 2014, being the third Plants vs. Zombies game in the series, coming out after the two mobile games, which are, well... The game came out on Xbox 360 and One, later coming out on Windows, PS3, and the PS4 the same year. The game was well received by the community and players, but now it's my turn, so let's get to the actual game. So before we get to the gameplay, I want to talk about how the game works. So the game has these stickers that have different abilities. You have a self-res or a team res for one of the game modes, which I'll get into later, and you have a plant or zombie stickers, which are used for pots and or graves around the map. You can either plant plants or raise zombies from the dead to help you fight the other team. I mean, kind of self-explanatory. They also have cosmetics that are cool, and they have skin stickers. If you're wondering what those are, they are basically stickers that if you collect the whole set, you get a new skin. But the cool thing about skins in this game is they change your character and how they work. You might do more damage, but that means you have less shots. Or you do fire or poison damage. I think you get the point. But this game has a lot of cosmetics, and I mean a lot, like holy shit. Anyways, with that, let's get to the next part. So before I start talking about the game modes, I recorded some of my footage with my friend Derek, and the best way I can explain that experience is in this clip.
Okay.
Alright.
Better be lucky Papa is not mad at you.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the middle's gonna be our best bet, because it's
I'm sorry. I'm really in my ooh stage.
Yo, stop. I get you and your girlfriend were role-playing as wolves, but Jesus.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't talk about Luna like that. Before the alpha really comes up.
Stop!
So yeah, if you see Lil Balma in the corner, that's why. But now we can actually talk about the game modes. In this game, there are a couple different game modes. First, there's Garden Ops, which is the biggest difference when it comes to the game modes, because this is one where you're a 4-man team defending one garden. I tried doing this with Derek, and, well...
Yo, I see him. His head is peeking over.
Yo!
So yeah, I say use a group of 4. It's for the better. Plus, these servers are actually played, so you can find some people pretty easily. Then there's Team Vanquish, which is just TDM to 50, pretty simple. After that, Gnome Bomb, Vanquish Confirmed, Subordination, and Taco Bandits. Now, why did I add all these in one, you might ask? It's because I don't know what they are. And you may ask, well, why is that? And I would say, they aren't playable. I tried for a while to play them, but nothing. So you can find your own research, asshole. And finally, there's Gardens and Graveyards, which is what you'll be seeing me play for basically the entire video, because it's the only active game mode. Now, rightfully so, it's basically Control Point from Team Fortress 2, and it's pretty fun, not gonna lie. You just try and cap the next point as a zombie, and if you're a plant, you're defending. And the maps are pretty good, but some are more fair than others, to say the least. Like take Driftwood Shores for example. The map is pretty fair at the beginning, but after the castles, the zombies just win. It's like every time I played the map, if it didn't end at the castle, the zombies were given the win, because the plants just can't defend the pirate ship or the flower at all. But with that, you have the main street, and once you get to the tactical queue, okay, that's a pretty good joke. But as I was saying, once you get there, the zombies lost. I mean, I was playing as the Chomper, and we were getting dominated the entire match by the zombies. But as soon as we get to the nuke, it was over for the zombies. Other than those two, the other two maps, Walnut Hills and Cactus Canyon, are fair and good maps. But aside from the maps, it's easily the best game mode. But it's also where the most sweats are, which brings me to my next topic. So the community in this game is full of 3 categories, the first being the newbies, and yes, there are still newbies at the game, and they are, well, new. I mean, this was Derek's first time playing, and I also saw a couple newcomers in the lobbies that we were playing in. The next category is returners, which is what I am. Basically people who remember the game and its glory and just want to play it and have fun. With these people are good comp and good people, but now you got the sweats. I don't know how, but man, they made it. They fucking made it, and somehow they are still sweats on a 10-year-old game. Like, what the fuck? Sorry about that. I just hate them. Even though the sweats aren't that bad, they're just, well, sweat. They always use the fire version or the commando version of the foot soldier, and on the plants, they are usually the toxic P, which leads me to my next topic. So before I talk about any of the characters, I want to say they are all fun. I can't say I truly dislike a character or refuse to play them. Now that that's out of the way, this game has 8 characters and we'll go from least favorite to favorite in my opinion, starting with... The Cactus is the sniper of the game, and yeah, the Cactus is the worst to me. My cons for the Cactus are, I don't mess with his playstyle, I don't like sitting back and sniping, especially in this game. And when I get close, I'm kind of useless, and its walnuts are, they're kind of just there. I think they were added because they're an icon of the franchise. And those are really the only cons. The pros are his potato mines are great, and his little flying onion or radish or whatever the fuck is cool. And that's all I gotta say about him. Now to my next person. So the scientist is the zombie's healer, and he's actually pretty cool. My cons are his abilities other than teleport are just, They're cool, but they're kind of useless. I don't think I got a kill with the bomb at all, and the heal is stationary, so it kind of sucks. But other than that, the pros are the gun is fun. It's basically a shotgun. I mean, mine was a dolphin, not to brag. And that thing's cool as hell. Pretty disgusting, but cool. The teleport is good for getting to the point fast, and he just looks silly. I mean, look at the little guy. But that's all I gotta say about him. Now let's talk about... The All-Star is basically the brute of the game. He soaks up damage, and he's pretty fun. My con is speed, but I mean, it makes sense. Also, his walls are the walnuts that are kind of just useless, just an extra ability for no reason. But that's all for the cons. The pros are his weapon is fun, but balanced. It has a cooldown because it's a minigun, but the cooldown isn't long, and it's still a fun weapon. His impunt is very good. Little OP, but good. And his charge tackle is funny because that shit sends people flying. And well, who doesn't want to be a brute every once in a while? That's all I gotta say about him though. Now we're on to... Now, settle down people. I know this is a hot take, but like I said at the beginning, I love all these guys. They're fun as hell, but someone's gotta be fifth, and well, it's the Pew Shooter. Fuck. And well, it's the Pea Shooter. My con is the Pea Gatling ability, while cool, isn't too strong. A couple of good shots and they're down, no problem. But other than that, this character's fun as hell. I mean, the Chili Bean Bomb is also really good. Not as good as the Imp Pump, but still really good. And his crack mode is very helpful. especially endgame, and overall he's a great character. His P-shot's strong and good, and there's no other problem with him. So now let's talk about... From here on, I don't think I have any cons with these characters, and if I do, they're minor. But now let's talk about the ass crack man himself, the engineer. The engineer is cool. He's the only character in the game with the ability to make portals and little turrets. His abilities are cool too. He has the same ability when it comes to the cactus with a flying robot head, but his other two abilities are amazing. So you have his jackhammer, which is a speed boost and is the only thing that can prevent you from getting eaten by Chopper's bite. And the other ability is a stun grenade, so it's very good overall, and his weapon is solid. The closest thing I can explain it to is a grenade launcher, just not as strong. Other than that though, he's cool and a great character. But let's get to our next character. Again, another hot take, I know, but don't get it twisted, this man's fun as hell. Being the zombies middle of the ground guy, his weapon is just an AR. I personally use the version that shoots really fast, but his abilities are cool too. He has a rocket jump that gets you up high places, and it's supposed to get you away from the chompers, but when I use him, well...
No way! That fucker knows. He shouldn't have gotten me.
But other than that, he's a smoke grenade that also does poison damage and a rocket launcher that if it hits you directly, insta-kills you. So overall, this man's amazing. I don't think he is the most well-balanced, but is also most used by Sweat, so take it as you will. But for now, let's get to the next person. I think the Chomper is easily the hardest but most fun character. Being the plant's brute, the only reason he's difficult is his weapon is, well, chomping. Kinda obvious. You have to be right next to the person unless you have the electricity or the fire variant. Then you have a little range, but other than that, it's still very fun because you can one-hit kill so easy with their ability. Basically, if you're behind the person, you can eat and kill them instantly. And if you go underground, unless they have a jackhammer, you pop up and insta-kill them also. Their other two abilities are Goop that makes you move slowly and you can't use your abilities, and a Spikeweed, which if you get caught in, they also can one-shot you. And you may be saying, they must be OP since they can one-shot so often. But not really, because when you eat someone, you can't attack until you're done chewing. And you walk really slow while you chew for a few seconds. So it's pretty balanced. But for now, let's get to my favorite character. The Sunflower is my favorite character, only by the skin of its teeth because I still love the Chomper so much. But you're probably asking, why are they my favorite character? And to that I say, well, what's not to like? Their gun is very good, balanced, and can kill when needed. The Sunbeam is better than the P-Gatling because I feel like it's on the right character, and that's because the Sunflower doesn't need to move as much as the Healer unless sticking with someone. They also have the Heal String, which fixes my problem I have with the Scientist, and finally they have a mini Sunflower for if you also need to heal. So overall a great character, no problems with them, and that's all the characters. Short list, but still a fun cast. Now to finish the game up. So now we can get into my thoughts on the overall game. I want to start with the cons, then move to the pros. So my cons with the game is there's so little to do. It doesn't have much left to it. Now I know it has to do with the game being a decade old, but I digress. There's also some glitches like the Chomper's bite being, well, a little broken, but something I found weird is where there were spots that just weren't available. Like I tried jumping to some of the spots with a rocket jump and the game was just like, nah, you good, which was weird. I also feel as though the zombies are a lot better than the plants. I mean, you can talk about the Chomper all you want, but it feels like the zombies are miles better than the plants. But other than that, I have no complaints. For it being a decade old, the game plays and looks amazing. And the soundtrack, like, I mean, listen to me and Derek talking about how good it is.
That's all I need.
Oh, the music thing?
Yeah.
That bitch is yeah, that bitch is good. Ah, good old days.
Good old days. What? What are you talking about there?
Man, nostalgic.
The music?
Yeah.
Never played this game.
You know it. Yo, I'm hitting the big.
I think it's a very fun game. It's also very funny. Overall, it's great, with very few and small cons. Before I give it its rating though, I want to let Derek talk and give his opinion about the game. Thanks, Derek. Now, with all that said, I'll give the game a 9 out of 10. I think the game is just great, chill fun with no problems, and nostalgia doesn't hit it at all. I think everybody should give this game a try, especially because of how much fun me and my friend had on it. And there's my final rating. Hey y'all, I hope you liked the video. I wanted to say thank you guys for almost 500 views on the last video, and I hope we can continue to grow from here. I also wanted to thank Derek really a lot for the help with the views and getting footage with me. And with all that being said, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.